Hello there, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today, I'm going to teach you how to draw Frosty the Snowman. So come on, let's get started. Hello there, welcome back to Cartooning with Paul, and happy birthday! No, you don't get it? You will.
Happy birthday!
Thanks, Frosty. That's right, it's that time of year again, and today we're going to tackle one of my favorite characters from the Christmas specials, Rankin and Bass's Frosty the Snowman.
I'm all living.
Before we do that, I just want to let you know, if you stick to the end of this video, you're going to see my Teespring account is having a sale from now through December 2nd, and if you stick to the end, you'll see that promo code, so stick around there. And also, please, hit that subscribe button for me and tell your friends. Alright, so let's dive into this. This is going to be, because he's a little more simplistic, this could very well be a much shorter video, but after the last couple, I felt I owed you that. So, let's dive right on in. Okay, so in starting Frosty the Snowman, we got to keep in mind he's very simplistically designed. That was to speed up the production work in this special. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw in a circular shape. But keep in mind, it's not going to be a perfect circle by the time we're done with it. So we're going to give him his vertical axis line right here like this, and then we're going to draw the horizontal axis line right up here. Not exactly in the center of the circle, it's a little higher. And then I'm just gonna throw in that slight oval right there in the center. Okay. Now, before I do anything else, I like to throw in a placeholder for his hat. So I'm going to draw in this shape just like so. I'm going to cap off the top of his head there. And then I'm going to put in the brim. Now the brim will come in like so. So what I do is I follow the shape of his head here, up here like that, and then I stop there and I come in here to the center and I will draw in a wide U shape just like this. Now over here I will cap off that part of the brim there and then bring this part of the brim in like so. And there you are. There is the top hat of Frosty, and then we'll throw in a circle right here as a placement for his flower. So now before we do anything else, let's draw in that line of action which serves as his spine that keeps things balanced. And we have to remember his body is 2 heads high. So I'll take my pencil and my finger and I will measure one size of a circle right there, and I'll bring it down 1, and then I'll bring it down another. So there we go. There's the bottom of his body, and his body is one large, very rounded egg shape. Sometimes it's circular, but for the most part it's kind of an egg shape. And then we'll figure out his legs will come down here, and his feet, oh, no, that's too big. His feet are an oval shape. This one will be coming forward, I think. So let's draw it in like that. It's a little smaller because it's coming in toward us. So you're not seeing the whole side of it, you're seeing the front. Okay. So now let's just cap in these legs while we're here. Just like that. Okay, now that I have the basic body shape in, I'm going to dive into the head and throw in those details. With Frosty, his eyes are very close together, and they're more like egg shapes than they are anything else. So I'm going to draw in a shape like that, and a shape like this, just to keep it somewhat symmetrical. And then I'm going to finish off those egg shapes just like that. His nose, when looking at him from the front, his nose is a circle because it is a button, right? But from the sides, from the top, it's going to be more oval shaped, and we're going to throw in that little divot right there for the center of the button. His mouth, I'm going to give him a nice big smile. I'm going to give him that laugh line right there. The beauty about characters like Frosty is that even when you're on model, there is so much play with his face that you really can't get it wrong. All right, so I'm just going to give him a nice big wide smile. So I decided to give his mouth a little more character here. And now let's give him an open mouth. And just give it a little divot, just like that. Now from here, I will play with the shape of his head. With Frosty, we want to come in toward the top. Okay? It gives him a little more expression. So we give him a little divot and then a nice rounded jaw shape. And the same over here, I'm going to curve out a little bit and then go right in just like that. As is typical with simplistic cartoon characters, this guy doesn't have any shoulders unless he needs to shrug. So we're just going to come right out from the bottom of his head. We're going to come up. I'm going to have him raising his hand. And he doesn't have any elbows either. So we're going to give a nice rounded arm, just like that. The arm is wider in toward the body than it is up toward the hand. We taper in. And then we're going to just give him nice, simplistic hand gesture. Just like so. On this side, because he's facing that way, I'm going to just going to leave this open here. And a lot of the drawings that I see online have him holding his pipe.
Uh-oh.
Don't smoke, kids. Smoking's bad. That's what we're going to do here because he's bending his arm. Draw it in like this. Give him his hand. You know, when Rankin and Baz have any characters holding anything, they don't worry about knuckles. They don't worry about separate fingers really all that much at all. They just throw in these little rounded shapes. And let's see. There's the thumb. And now let's draw in that shape of a pipe. Frosty didn't actually smoke that pipe, and neither should you. No smoking. So the shape of the pipe, I I start with an oval, and I draw an oval down here. And now, you kind of cave it in a little bit, just to give it a nice cartoony volume, just like that. And the stem of the pipe will come out like that. And then you just draw in some little ovals and little C shapes, just to give it the look of cork. Okay. All right, now let's draw in his pupils. Just like that. Okay. And now, if you are to use a marker to outline your drawing, you want to remember that the outer lines get really thick, especially toward the middle of the line. Just as an FYI. Now let's throw in the detail of that flower. All right.
What a neat thing to happen to a nice guy like me.
Okay guys, like I promised, it's promo code time. My Teespring account, the link is in the description. That store is having a sale from now through December 2nd. You can get t-shirts just like these, sweatshirts, you can get stickers, tote bags, and you can get socks. Anything in that store, 15% off your entire purchase with the promo code CARTOONING. That's right. Just put in the promo code CARTOONING at the end in checkout for 15% off. I want to thank you in advance for that. I also want to thank you in advance for hitting that subscribe button and telling your friends, your family, anybody that you know that likes to draw and would like to improve on their drawing skills. Show them to Cartooning with Paul, have them subscribe. I also have plenty of other videos and they're right down here below, so take a look. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and until the next video,
I'll be back on Christmas Day.